All right. Hey, it is Tuesday and raining here in central Louisiana. Yesterday and the day before, beautiful weather. About mid 80s, down to maybe in the 60s at night. Good sleeping weather. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about our free fall that we're in. Not that we're going to get in, we are already in this free fall. The country is out of control. Too much bickering on both sides. Too much accusations made and not enough leadership. Not enough leadership. Unfortunate. But that's what we have. And I think a lot of it has to do with me and you and people around us. We're caught up in our daily life, okay? Whatever it is that we're doing takes precedence. And so we're not going to be too concerned about what the government is doing. And that is a disaster. That's a disaster. Because they're not doing what we need them to do. We need some leadership in this country. We need some control. We need to adhere to the laws that we have in this country that were passed by Congress and signed into law by the president. We cannot pick and choose which ones we're going to obey. We have laws about illegal immigration. Yes, I know. Probably tired of hearing about illegal immigration. But it's important. It's important to you and me, around us, our kids, our grandkids, the future. We need to pay attention to illegal immigration. If we continue to keep the borders open the way you see them, if you watch TV, you know people are coming across that border. They're coming across by the hundreds, thousands. I heard we have something like a million that came across in the last year. Why? Why can't we do something about this border? It cannot be that hard. Now, whether you like the man or not, former President Trump at least made an effort to stop this illegal border crossing. We get a new president, and for whatever reason, we're back at it again with people just streaming across. Not good. Not good at all. I did a a video and said it's just money. And I tried to lay out for you that illegal immigration costs money, costs us tax dollars, right? If you remember seeing that heavy equipment going in and cleaning out where the Haitians were congregated, was that free? No, it's not free. We had to, I was checking my audio here, try to make sure that it's going. There we go. But it's not free. The housing of the illegal immigrants, temporary, when they're detained, that's not free because we're feeding, giving them medical care, okay? Where we house them, that takes money to maintain, so we're spending money there. We spend money to build those places. That's all tax money. Tax money. We cannot afford to just keep doing this. When we send people back to their origin, where they came from, those planes, they're not free. Those pilots are not free. The fuel is not free. And if there's any kind of fee that has to be paid when you land or take off in these foreign countries, if there is, who pays for that but us with our tax dollars? Think about this. A little here, a little there. Before you know it, it comes out to be a huge sum of money. I just don't know what I can do to get people to understand this. I invite people, leave me a comment. But even those few who do not, or those few who watch, do not normally make a comment. I have no idea what people think. And that worries me. Because it's complacency that's going to bring us down, down, and down. Okay? You cannot expect the government, as it is now, to show leadership. They're all bickering back and forth to one another. You know, they're not getting anything done. Why is that? Well, could be because not enough of us speak out. If we remain quiet, they're going to continue to do just exactly what they are doing now. Accusing each other. And very little work gets accomplished. There was reports that, at least on 2 occasions, 2 men, Afghan men, were accused of sexual misconduct. And they were at a military base. I don't know why anyone would think that when you bring huge numbers of people into this country, that there's not going to be these kinds of things that take place. I for the life of me, I do not understand how someone can just ignore that possibility. Something else. Something else. When we talk about this 3.5 or more $1 trillion budget that the Biden administration wants to get passed, money spent for roads, money spent for bridges, for ports, for other things. Some of those are good paying jobs. Construction workers make good money. I remember driving through the Carolinas 10 or more than 10 years ago when I first drove, and then I got out. But anyway, going through the construction zone, and I would observe who was doing the work. Over 50% of the construction workers on that day, at that time that I went through, were Hispanic. There was a time when it would be primarily Caucasian people or black people doing the construction work. So now, if we pass this big, huge budget and they actually spend money on roads and bridges and stuff like that, since there's contractors involved, who are they going to hire? The cheapest, talented labor that they can get, because they're going to bid on it for X amount of dollars, and they're going to try to make as much profit as they can, and that means, without skimping on material, and we hope they wouldn't, labor. The cheapest workers they can get. So who do you think they're going to hire? If we have millions of people in this country who are here illegally, they're going to find a way to work. The government is going to put the Afghan immigrants to work. Yeah, that's what they say. We're going to put them to work. We will find jobs for them. And where are those jobs going to go? To those that the government says we will find you work. Doesn't take a lot to realize that this is where those jobs are going to go. A significant portion scattered throughout. You know, we allow this to happen because we do not become involved with the government. Too busy. My life is too busy for me to be concerned about running the government. That's why we elected you, right? That's why we elected them. To do the job of running the country so we don't have to. We can focus on our car, our house, whatever it is. that we feel we need to focus our attention on, our vacation, okay? Whatever. That's why we voted for those people. But historically, they do not do a good job for us. And they have not done a good job for us for a very long time. I hope that there's enough people will start paying attention and start taking some kind of action. Those people in Washington, they're not going to do anything for you unless you speak up as a group, as a huge group. One person gets very little done unless it's some sort of tragic personal thing that those we elect can use to their betterment. Okay? That's what they do. If you are a religious person, you attend church, and if you feel that illegal immigration should stay at the border, then you should check to see if your church affiliation sponsors people who came into this country illegally. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think anywhere in the Bible it says we have to bring illegal immigrants in to this country to care for them. They can be cared for in their own country. I personally think the church should have a crusade to go to those countries where they feel that people are abused and spread the word, get things corrected there. Don't bring them here. You know, I don't think the Bible says you have to do that. If you can take care of them there, that's the best place to do it. So, if you're religious, think about it. It irritates me when I hear that the Catholic Church and the Lutherans and the Baptists and all the others feel that they're obligated to care for people here in this illegals here in this country when they could have done something in the country that they came from, but they didn't. The church did not. Where's that sacrifice at? The church should sacrifice all that it has to go to those countries and help the people. That's my opinion. That's what I think. Because they're not helping us. They're not helping us at all. Probably, and I don't know, probably there are groups here in this country that actively encourage people to come here illegally. Their motivations I don't understand, but I do believe that there are people like that here. If we do not get a good handle on this illegal immigration, if we do not get a good handle on all that money, all those tax dollars that we're spending, we will become a very large third world country that cannot take care of its own because we were in a free fall and we couldn't get place for our feet to land that's solid because we had no leadership. Little red Dodge comes by. I'm going to have to take my little orange car out there and just whip his ass. Give him something to smile about. Well, listen, that's it. I've been at this for quite some time, and many of you have probably fallen asleep. So, I am going to close it down, but I want you to think about this. If you've got a big base of subscribers, do something. Do something. Don't just talk about the truck driver next to you. He's doing something you don't like, or he has something you want, or you don't understand why he does what he does. Okay, don't worry about that. That's small potatoes. All right? Do something constructive with your channel, your huge base of subscribers, Do something for the country, because it needs it. If we don't, not me necessarily, because of my age, 5 years maybe, checking out. But we have kids and we have grandkids. We have their future to look after. All right, that's pretty much it. Everybody take care. If you're a trucker, be safe out on that highway. Make lots of money. Get home to your family and friends. Spend some of that money.